So we're doing the Eibach Pro Truck lift series lift on the Lexus GX470. This is our budget build, so we opted to not have the front struts pre-assembled. So that means we get to assemble them ourselves, something that I've never done. So I will preface this video with, if you've done this and you see something that would benefit anybody, throw it in the comments and let me know. This is just one of those things that's new, as far as I've put the lifts in and done all that, but I've never actually had to assemble the struts using the OEM top hat from the old strut. So if that's something that you've done and you see something that would help somebody, throw it in the comments for me. If I need to erase and redo the video, by all means, I'm not above doing that. We've already deleted one on the Lexus just because I did not describe full-time four-wheel drive in a very good way, so I'm going to redo that video. If you benefit from this video, make sure you share it somewhere, subscribe, like, all that fun stuff. And without further ado, let's put this thing together. Swap to this setup and you didn't buy the pre-assembled, this is the steps that you'll need. You'll have to get spring compressors. I use these. You can rent these at O'Reilly's. You do not have to, buy these to keep if you're only going to do it one time. But basically, these are going to hook in. You're going to use that to tighten them down. But you'll hook in on top and bottom. You'll do it on both sides to where you can compress the spring evenly. Once you've got it compressed and you've got the pressure off, then you can take this top hat off using this nut right here, which I believe is going to be a 17. 17 can then come off. This top hat can be taken off, and then we can put it on to our new front strut. So let's get to that. All right, yes, I know my safeties are supposed to be in. Don't, as I've said before, don't always do as I do as I say. Put your safety latches in, but you're going to tighten these down here and here evenly, compressing this spring, which takes tension off of this nut. If you don't do that, you just take that nut off, the spring is obviously under tension, it's going to take off because this bottom plate's what's holding it in. So, yeah, bring this down, tighten it down to take your tension off, take the 17mm nut off, and then we can loosen these springs and we can take them off, loosen these spring compressors, put them onto our new spring, compress it, make sure that we've set this at the height that we want, and then we can put the new top hat on to or put the old top hat onto our new strut. When you get to this point, I had to use a screwdriver to help pull this up and off. Alright, so again, it's not optimal to reuse these, but this is our budget build, so we're reusing these. This portion sits down in there, and this came across the top of it, and the new strut will stick up through that, and then we use the same nut it's got new nut and all that to go with it. So let's put the new one together. So this is what it looks like with the spring compressors still on, pulling that spring together. It allows me to get everything started. So these are going over the top hat. Everything will be pulled down to torque spec. Eibach says 5 to 6 turns after starting. Unless somebody can see something that I don't, that's the torque spec I'm going with. I'm going to make them match. There's going to be some bulge and this fitting in the one below, or the bushing rather, and so that's what I'm going to go with. And these lift springs and these struts, or these shocks, should give me 2 inches of lift. And I'll let you see what they look like side by side. All right, so that's your new lift spring versus the OEM when you get done. Let's see, just for reference, this goes above, and that's what gets launched out. This goes below. If I can find the torque specs, Eibach shows turn 5 to 6 times, and there will be a bulge in the discs there. That's all they gave me. So this is supposed to be providing 2 inches of lift. I will let you know. I haven't put this kit on before, so this is definitely new to me on this kit. So we will put it on and see what it looks like, and we'll go from there.